Radio Algeria International presents In Conversation with
Mr. Nurdin Brahimi, hello to this
Mahatma
program.
Gandhi, and you've taken this as a note.
As you know, still in of the humanity have
And
the
to
achievement.
talk about the UN's and its agencies' contribution in promoting
In Conversation with
Hello and welcome to In Conversation with. I'm Hana Dalil. Earth Hour is a one-hour event organized by World Wide Fund WWF, in which around the globe millions of people, businesses and landmarks set aside an hour to host events, switch off their lights and make noise for climate change actions. And this year's Earth Hour is at 8:30 p.m. on the 25th of March. Here in Algeria, under the coordination of Professor Malika Al-Ajali, Earth Hour in Algeria is prepared with the participation and involvement of green clubs in primary schools, with Sidra Association as well as a grouping of youth associations nationwide. And to speak about the preparations of this one-hour event in our country, I'm joined in the studio by Yacine Si Chaïb, a member of Sidra Association, to know more about how the Earth Hour is organized here in Algeria. Yacine Si Chaïb, hello, and thank you for joining us in the studio of Radio Algeria International.
Hello, thank you so much for your invitation. I'm very pleased to be here and talk about Earth Hour Algeria.
Thank you very much. And we think that it's very quite important to shed the light on the importance of environment and
Exactly.
climate change here in Algeria, because such initiatives are very welcomed, I suppose, mainly among the youth.
Yes, it's our turn for us as Algerian citizens to engage
Yes.
in such causes, a global issue that we have to face and to contribute to change the world positively.
Yes. I think that one of the main successes you have achieved is that you have succeeded in holding this year the Earth Hour event, which is held, we must recall it, simultaneously in 170 countries and
Yes.
7,000 towns,
Yes.
under the patronage of the head of state, Abdelaziz Bouteflika, as well as the Ministry of Water Resources and Environment. That gives the move a much better echo nationwide, doesn't it?
Exactly. As members of the civil society organizations and
Yes.
under the coordination of the professor, Mrs. Malika Al-Ajali,
Yes.
we are very pleased to have this time the high patronage of the President Abdelaziz Bouteflika. And this translates the great concern that our government is given to this a very important topic, because
Yes.
we need to launch the debate about climate change in our country.
Yes.
We need to remember that Algeria is the biggest country in Africa. We
Indeed.
have a great, rich the biodiversity in our country. So we must feel much concerned about climate change in Algeria and try to have that approach of reducing our energy consumption in our country.
Yes.
Because because we are going to switch off the lights, but to turn on the our conscience, our awareness about our planet.
This action started 10 years ago in Sydney, Australia.
Exactly.
Can we explain exactly to our listeners what,
Yeah, of course.
during this 1 hour, what are we expected to do?
Yes. So just historical facts. So 10 years
Yes.
ago in Australia, we need to remember that Australia is not only a country, it's a continent. They have been suffering from climate change in a harsh way. And so WWF Australia established a partnership with Fairfax,
Yes.
a media company,
Yeah.
to celebrate the action against climate change in a very creative way,
Yes.
such as switching off the lights for 1 hour. It's just a symbolic, but it means a lot for us as humans and global citizens for our planet. So, in the meantime, while we switch off the lights, there's beyond this a huge campaign of raising awareness all around the world. There are a lot of actions that are being held in different countries. For example. In Argentina in 2013, Earth Hour campaign helped Senate build a bill for a 3.4 million hectares marine protected area to be protected in the country. This kind of initiatives
has an impact.
It has an impact because given the fact that Earth Hour is promoting and encouraging this kind of opportunities, and this is what we have to do in Algeria, like bring Earth Hour in Algeria and invite Algerian citizens to feel more concerned about climate change in our country.
And get involved as well.
Exactly.
With very, very simple acts.
So, for example, it may seem as a simple task to do, like to switching off the unnecessary lights in our homes or unplugging the electrical devices.
Or all those standby devices as well.
Yes, exactly. But if we all unite together and have this lifestyle of how to say it?
A wiser use of all those energies.
Exactly, a very wise use of our electric...
And reasonable as well, maybe.
Exactly. Our electrical devices, we will make a great difference of energy consumption in our country. There's also another important point. We need to reflect on a strategy for our country about concerning the renewable energies, because we have 90% of our country is in. So this is a great opportunity in the future to develop the technologies in renewable energies.
I was about to ask you, Yacine Si Chaïb, that Algeria is a country that heavily relies on fossil resources to produce energy, although we have that immense solar energy potential. And the authorities recently, over the last few years, have been aware of the need to make that shift from fossil to renewable energies. You are in touch with both the authorities and the population. How this shift and connected with the protection of environment is seen by both sides?
Well, we need, as Algerian citizens or as active members of the civil society organizations, we need to understand that we have to work with collaboration with our government to reach our objectives. We have common objectives. So without collaboration, we won't succeed in anything. And so in the future, for example, yesterday, a scientific club organized an informative session about Earth Hour in the University of Boumerdès.
That was yesterday, Thursday, on the 16th of March.
Yes, it was yesterday, an informative session organized by Club Espace du Savoir, فضاء المعرفة, and the debate and the topic was about including or inviting the Algerian students in the universities to have that vision of, in the future, we will have to develop our involvement, strengthen our involvement in the technologies of renewable energies
and sustainable development.
Exactly, contribute for the sustainable development.
Are they motivated? Do you feel that motivation among the youth?
Well, sometimes motivation comes when the youth and students understand the technical aspects sometimes. Understand, have watch and get inspired from other examples from Germany at the international scale, or get inspired by Japan, many other countries that are developing renewable energies in in their states and cities.
Yacine Si Chaïb, can you tell us when this initiative started here in Algeria? It's been 10 years that worldwide this event is celebrated every March of each year. But can you give us the history of that event here?
Well, it started officially in March 2015. And it was celebrated for the first time in Algeria at Maqam Shahid by the organization Association Sidra.
Yes, here in Upper Algiers.
Yes. And then in the last year, the edition of 2016 was organized under the patronage of the Ministry of Culture and the Ministry of Energy.
Yes.
And this time we are. Each year we are going a great step further for the involvement of youth in the Earth Hour in Algeria. So for this year, the event will have, as you know, a great campaign on the radio and television.
Yes.
And there will be also an exhibition of different institutions from the Ministry of
Water Resources
and the Environment
yes.
at the Grand Poste of Algiers.
Yes, in
it will
central
be
Algiers.
For the next 25 of March.
Yes.
The next Saturday.
Yes.
And this will be open to the public, so everyone can go and
have a look,
take a look, and get more informations of the governmental institutions that are working on the environmental protection and on renewable energies, that are training and creating green clubs in the primary schools, in the universities. And this is something really positive. We need to give more attention, you see, to have more awareness and more involvement in the climate action.
Are there events held in other parts of the country?
Well, we are trying to invite the maximum of organizations,
Yes.
youth organizations, or even other governmental institutions, away from Algiers.
Yes.
See, because we need to involve all the 48 provinces.
Yes.
And also there's a detail about the radio, local radios. That there has been, I think that every radio in each province
is involved. That would be a much
celebrate.
a bigger
Yes.
impact
And this is
on
why
the
we
whole
invite,
population. Yes.
And this is why we invite all the Algerian citizens to stay to stay always connected with the radio, to follow the how to say, the debates, the topics we are going to talk about, and our colleagues from the radio, national radio, are going to talk about and debate about Earth Hour, raise awareness about this issue, climate issue, that we are concerned as Algerians, that we need to
feel involved.
Exactly, feel concerned, and bring up our participation, our contribution in the international or regional scale. And also, I can repeat it again, we call all the, we set the call for all the Algerians for the next 25 of March from 8:30 p.m. to 9:30 p.m. for 1 hour, to reduce their energy consumption by switching off their unnecessary lights and unplugging their electrical devices that are non-essential. This is a symbolic act for our planet, but there is a huge campaign we need to stay involved in, and this is why we also invite people to follow follow us on Facebook and Twitter, facebook.com/Earth Hour, and twitter.com @EarthHourDZ.
Have you tried to calculate let's say, how would it cost to reduce electrical consumption here in Algeria? Have you tried to do a calculation to see how millions of dinars we can save if we just reduce our consumption in a very wise way?
Well, this have to be
because sometimes figures
exactly.
can help get people aware of
exactly.
what we are.
This has been done in Australia when they first initiated Earth Hour, and they concluded with the very fascinating fact that in just 1 hour a great amount of energy was not was saved. Was saved, exactly.
Yes.
And imagine if
wasted. That's the
wasted.
word.
Exactly. The great amount of energy was has been saved and wasn't wasted.
Yes.
But so imagine if we could do and establish this lifestyle in our homes, in our cities, all along the year. This will make a great impact on the national company that works on the energy
field,
production.
like Sonelgaz,
like
here,
Sonelgaz.
the Gas and Electricity National Company.
Exactly.
Yes.
And this have to be our vision, our strategy by developing Earth Hour for the next editions in Algeria.
Yacine Si Chaïb, you are a member of Sidra Association. Thank you very much for joining us on Radio Algeria International.
Thank you so much for the invitation. This has been a very rich conversation and discussion about Earth Algeria.
Thank you very much indeed. And please don't forget, on March 25 at 8 hours p.m., just for 60 minutes, please don't forget to turn off the non-essential lights and devices as a symbol of commitment to the planet, Mother Earth. From me, Hana Dalil, and director Mohamed Yousfi,